Hello guys, how are you today? I'm doing great. So I am getting ready to do a meal plan, a vegan meal plan for the week. I never meal planned before, so this will be a good experience for me, and I hope you guys enjoy. So I started this vegan meal plan before I decided to start working out. Now that I am working out, I may need to increase the calories, but it will be 1,250 calories a day. And that is if I have my coffee. If I don't have my coffee, then it will only be to 1,200 calories. The first meal that I will be preparing is overnight oats. You can use steel or rolled oats. First, you will need to get a third cup of the oats and place it in the mason jar. I have both regular sized and wide mouth mason jars. So for this, I think that the wide mouth would be better. So purchase those if you do not have them. Next, you'll add in half a cup of almond milk, and that is just 52 calories. But if you do cow's milk, 2% will be 62 calories. 1% is the same as the almond milk, which is only 52 calories. So just add 10 extra calories if you use 2% milk. Next, I will be adding a half of banana to each mason jar. Half a banana is 36 calories, so if you want to use the whole banana, just double that amount. Then you will add a fourth cup of blueberries, and that is 20 calories. And I used the frozen blueberries because that's all I had available. And I did notice that the fresh blueberries were like $6 or $7 here. Next, I'll add in a little bit of vanilla extract. Oops, I accidentally poured too much. If you like cinnamon, go ahead and add you some. I love cinnamon, so I'm using a lot of this. Then you'll put your lid on. And for this oats, you can put whatever fruits that you want in there, nuts or whatever. I just decided to go with these two fruits and make it a little easy this week. You want to make sure you give it a good shake. Oh yes, I forgot to say that I'm only meal planning Monday through Friday, and on the weekends I can eat a little more, but I'm going to make sure to still do it in moderation. The yummy orange carrot ginger juice. It is a great immune boosting juice. If you don't like ginger, you can leave that out of this recipe. Now, I did peel the oranges first and cut the carrots in half. This is the pulp. Some people use it in their garden for compost. They feed it to their farm animals. They use it for vegetable stock. There's many different uses for it. So we will fill each one with 8 ounces, which equals 1 cup. You want to give this a good shake as well. We're going to do a lot of shaking around here. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Look at the color of this. Isn't it a beautiful orange color? Yummy. Fresh juice. Yes, so now I will be making this spicy noodle tofu bowl. This will be my first time making this. And I found these new palmini linguine noodles. They only have 20 calories per serving and only 4 carbs. I will be using tofu as my source of protein. If you are not vegan and you do not want to use tofu, you can use a chicken breast, which one portion is 4 ounces, and that is 124 calories. And the serving of tofu has 45 calories in it. Now you do want to cut this tofu in cube slices. I got a little carried away with the cutting, so what you see me doing now is just measuring out my tofu. I am measuring 2 ounces because that is the serving size. I was only supposed to use 1/2 block of the tofu. You can add whatever seasonings you like. You know mine is garlic powder, so I do want to add that and some crushed red pepper for the spicy, as well as the serrano pepper that we'll cut up later. So like I said, just season it to your liking. And I am going to air fry it on 350 for 10 minutes. Don't mind me. I've never had these before, so I am playing around with them and feeling the texture and the taste. Now we're going to shred up 2 carrots. I don't know why I'm doing this manually. I have 2 different appliances that does shred my vegetables. But anyway, I guess I'm shredding. Adding in the palmini noodles, and I will let those cook for about 10 minutes. I am using the same seasonings that I seasoned the tofu with. Once the noodles have warmed and are hot, you want to add 8 ounces of snow peas. I wait till the peas are about halfway done, and then I add the carrots. You can add all your vegetables at one time if you like, but I just kind of go in steps as to how fast they cook. This is smelling so good. Add a little bit of soy sauce if you like. That is completely optional. Ooh, now tell me that don't look good. Last but not least, you want to add in your tofu. Then distribute it evenly amongst the 5 containers. So you get your skillet and add 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Then you add your peas and carrots. So when I'm making fried rice, I prefer frozen peas and carrots, but I don't know how it's going to turn out with this cauliflower. I've never made cauliflower rice before. And you just mix them up until you get the desired consistency that you like for your peas. And then I add ginger. That's one of my favorite things to add to my fried rice. Once the peas and carrots are soft, then you add in your cup of pineapples. And finally, add your green onion or scallions. And you put it in a separate bowl so that you can go ahead and cook the cauliflower rice. Add a little bit more oil to the pan. If you are oilish, you don't have to use the oil in this recipe. Season it to your liking. I know you guys are like, wow, she used so much seasoning, but I usually just use garlic powder and onion powder. And this time I'm putting ginger in, so those are mainly my seasoning. Next, add the vegetables and the pineapples back into the cauliflower rice once the rice cooks down and is soft. And then you do want to mix it up, but don't mix it too hard or too much because the cauliflower rice is kind of soft. And here is the finished product. Put it in the containers and it is good to go. First, you want to chop up the head of romaine lettuce. If you don't want to use romaine lettuce, you can use fresh spinach or any other greens. I'm using a English cucumber instead of a regular cucumber because I do not like cucumbers and the taste of the English cucumber is much milder. You can use whatever cucumber you like. Cucumbers are very good for hydration, so that is why I force myself to eat those. The recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of olive oil, but I feel like it was a bit much, so I would recommend using half of it. I just thought it was too oily. You then add 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. If you don't have that, you can use like oregano and basil and different mixes. 1 teaspoon of vinegar. You can use white vinegar, apple cider vinegar, wine vinegar, doesn't matter. 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. If you don't have Dijon mustard, you can use just regular mustard or spicy mustard. 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. I didn't have a fresh lemon, so this will do. And gosh, this stuff is getting everywhere. Give it a real good mix. You want to add 1 to 2 teaspoons of the dressing into each jar. You want to layer all the vegetables into the jar. You want to make sure to put the cucumbers first and the lettuce or greens last. Next, I add the olives, and I'm using green, but you can use the black olives if that is what you have. So the recipe calls for purple raw onions, and I can't tolerate raw onions, so I'm adding some green onion. The recipe also states to use 2 small tomatoes, but I didn't have regular tomatoes. I have Roma, so I used 3 of those. And like I said, lastly, you want to add your spinach, lettuce, or whatever greens you want to use. And that's how you make mason jar salads. And this particular one is the Greek salad. First, you want to add your vegetable broth, and I only had 1 container, so I am going to add water with it. I usually make my own vegetable broth by boiling my vegetables for 10 to 20 minutes, and it will make its own broth. But this bean soup is very easy and fast soup. Add your onion and carrots and let them soften in the broth. Yeah. I didn't have fresh garlic, so I am using minced garlic. I'm sorry, guys, but I made a lot of substitutions with this one. Add your favorite seasonings. And I love lots and lots and lots of pepper in my soups. I like it to have a little spice to it. 2 teaspoons of chili powder. 1 teaspoon of cumin. Stir. Bring it to a rapid boil. Make sure that your vegetables are soft. Then you add your can of black beans. I usually use dried beans, but like I said, this is a quick soup, so I am using the canned. And another substitution, this is diced tomatoes. You should use stewed tomatoes. I went to 3 different stores and they didn't have any stewed tomatoes. You want to cook it for about 20 minutes, and then when you're finished, you can distribute it to each of your containers for the week. I did let the soup cool a little bit, so if you don't, please be careful not to burn yourself. So if you're craving something sweet or want a snack, you can have the sweet potatoes. I'm going to wait to cook those. You can either put it in the oven or in the microwave for a few minutes, and then add your cinnamon and walnuts. Everything is prepared and ready to be stored for the week. Like I said, I did also include coffee, and I used an almond milk creamer in the morning, so that adds 50 calories. But all of this food is 1,200 calories a day. Add the coffee, it is 1,250. So if you want to add any meat substitute or anything like that, just be sure to add the extra calories in. Now, this is for someone that is desiring to lose weight, lose fat, and that does not work out. So if you are working out, you want to be sure to adjust the calories and eat a little bit more. This looks like a lot of food, but when you eat healthy, you can get a lot more for your calories. So I'm not sure if I am going to eat or be able to eat all of this food because I'm not used to eating that much. Oh yeah, I might as well show you the creamer. I use a silk almond creamer. I think this is the pumpkin spice one, and it's 25 calories for a serving, and I usually use 2 servings of that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. Bye.